Monday morning. What are we doing?
Talking about gear. Well, not talking. We're checking out gear.
We're checking out gear. Well, we're talking a little bit.
Yeah.
This today, for the first look, we're doing the Wilson Effects Slapback. Now, what they've done here, they've given you essentially two delays in one. And I'm a big fan of that because I like having two delays, but I hate having two pedals. Because every time you have more pedals, man, you get more stuff to go wrong, right? You're gonna lose whatever. More stuff you have, the more stuff that's gonna break. So what they've done here, they've given you two very independent delays. And what's really cool, you have the option of running stereo or running like one through an effects loop in your amp and then direct through your amp. So you got two different options there. Or you can have it like I'm doing it right now, which is one cascading into the other. And that's the money, I think. Because that way you get all that, they affect each other. You got a delay and a delay, and it gets chorusing and weird. And particularly in the analog world where we are right now, that's what makes it really interesting, because it's kind of the uncontrollable aspects. The magic kind of happens when it's not you, when it's just kind of like the ghost in the machine. So as you can see right here, the pedal gives you, okay, delay 1, delay 2. You've got level, delay, and repeats for this side. LED. Same thing on this side, level, delay, repeats, and you can set them to whatever you like. And then this oscillate lets you, it works in conjunction with this right there, which is basically a hold or a freeze. And you can either choose to have it hold this side of the delay or this side of the delay. And they're both can react very differently depending on what your what your delay time is and repeats and all that stuff.
Have you noticed a difference messing with it between the front and the back? In terms of oscillating?
Well, only in that it's more about like where I have it set.
Gotcha.
It's not so much. I mean, I'm sure like Eric Johnson, people with ears like that would probably say, "Oh yeah, that's clearly that side." I don't have that gift or curse, I guess.
Everything kind of affects everything.
Yeah, everything affects everything, but I can hear a difference. But just speaking of tones in general, man, okay, right now I'm just running this PRS directly into that valve tray that we've got kind of close mic with the 57. And I've got, just to show how it works with overdrive, I've got this power screamer in front of it that we might get into a bit. But here's our straight signal. Nothing wrong with that. But I found with this thing on, and even with a real minimal setting, like almost kind of it's like the tone better. Hear that? It almost sounds like a real subtle reverb. Here we are again. Now it's not just the delay I'm hearing, there's just like a little bit more sparkle when I plug it in.
Some warmth.
Yeah. So here it is dry. Put this in. Sparkle, just more. I like it better. In fact, it's one of those things where you didn't want to turn it off when they sound good like that. That's the hell of effects when you got effects that sound good. I just leave them on.
It's kind of like the Echoplex.
Right, that damn thing, yeah.
Like it's not only the delay, but it has a little warmth to it.
Right, and that's why MXR ended up releasing that, to get that. They released the Echoplex without even a delay option, just the tonal quality of the MXR, which is really cool. And I think, let me tell you what they had to say about this. What it gets down to is the Slapback. What makes it cool is the PT2399 chip for you chip people, chipaholics out there. Yeah, for you next level nerds, that's the chip. That doesn't mean anything to me. I mean, I just drive the car, man. I don't know how to build it. I don't know. I can't tune it up. But it gives you a maximum of 700 milliseconds, which is quickish. Not like in the digital realm, you can go anywhere. You've got that pristine thing, and you've got the tap option. But there's something to be said just for the weirdness of analog. And I do like having a tap delay, just because I really like to have everything kind of able to sync up. But there's so many players like Steve Lukather during his rig run down. I learned that he doesn't have a tap. He just sets them where he sets them, and it sounds killer. I mean, he's an amazing guitar player, and his tone is incredible. So, you know, you can get uptight about things like that. I think it's because we do so much recording to Pro Tools, and you see everything on a grid, and you see where it falls off, and it gets in your head, rather than just listening, and it doesn't even matter. Like on that thing I was playing on the way in, you just kind of let it go wherever it goes, and it all sounds cool. So I like that. I like the uncontrollable nature of it. And this PT 2399, whatever it is, it's fabulous.
The mojo.
It's the mojo. So here we are, you know, making it subtle like that, and then you can put that oscillation on it, like. Cool, right? Love having that option. And on the way in, I had one, you know, I had two different settings just so you can kind of add as you go. So say you got your, move the oscillator to the other side. It's just a great noisemaker in that, you know, the great like sci-fi from the 60s, Foley kind of stuff. Awesome. And of course, you put on a little bit of dirt and then you really get into weird, you know, word chime tones. Just warm, man, and totally kind of out of control. Love that. And I think what I really dig about it, I love, you know, rockabilly music, and it does that really well. I'm trying to get that.
I mean, with a name like that, it probably should, right?
Right. Right. Yeah. Totally. Yeah, that's cool right there. Yeah, that's like a good slappy backy kind of thing. And then we get this option. Get that one back a bit. Just want to give you a couple weird options here. Okay. Okay, before we do the rockabilly play out, let's tell you about what's coming up this week. The much anticipated.
We can actually say it now.
Yeah. We're doing a U2 rig rundown with the Edge, and fittingly, because as far as I'm concerned, that dude invented delay. That having two huge delays in different amps. Like, you know, he's a dude that would have like a dotted thing in one and a quarter in the other. First guy to ever really explore that and just made such a thing out of it. So anyway, we're really excited about that. Big rundown. It's like an hour of full-on guitar nerdery, man.
And Dallas is a great dude, so it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, the guitars are amazing. You know, he's rolling with like 42 of them.
Yeah.
And then the amps are incredible. The amps are shocking. When you see this, it will blow your mind. It does not disappoint. Anyway, let's not even talk about the effects, but just the guitars. You know, it's funny because I was kind of most excited about the effects because I really think of him as a guy that uses effects really well. But I thought the amps and guitars were just.
Yeah, especially when we get into the peculiarities of him taking like double guitars from the same month.
Yeah, right.
Production years.
Right. Don't want to give it away. I don't want to say too much, but it's incredible.
Fun.
Just it does not disappoint. Well, let's rockabilly our way out of this thing. See what we get. We'll put on a little drum machine. Why not? Oh yeah, a little more of that.